How's it going, guys? And in today's video I would like to talk about the topic regarding whether or not Battlefield is destined to fail. Now this is Battlefield 5. Recently they just did their open beta and the feedback from this I've seen is quite mixed. And I think it's got a lot to do with how the game has been presented. I think it's been presented in a bad way in regards to some of the stuff that's been said coming from EA, coming from the head developer, and just the general community's feel towards a World War II games, just because we've just had Battlefield 1, which was World War 1. And a lot of people were expecting to see a modern shooter. First thing I want to talk about is the launch of Battlefield 5, because Battlefield 5 didn't have it had an interesting and very different launch. So Battlefield 5 was revealed with their very first trailer, which it seemed like they were trying to focus more on pushing a certain idea or agenda rather than focusing on the actual game itself. They weren't trying to show off the exciting aspect of the game. Like if you compare Battlefield 1's first trailer to Battlefield 5's first trailer, you'll see the difference, and I'll put them up here now and so you can have a look just to compare really the difference compared to their first trailer. Now their third trailer was a lot better. The second trailer they came out with recently was a lot better, a lot different, focused on the aspect of the exciting gameplay, which is Battlefield, rather than trying to push robotic arms and women fighting and all that kind of shit. So yeah, I'll put them up on the screen now so you can have a look regarding both those trailers. Just a quick snippet from both of them, just to get a general idea of what really happened. Now let's look at a few snippets of the other trailer and how different it was compared to the Battlefield 1 trailer. This is where I think they've really failed in their presentation, and it really seemed like they were pushing the gameplay, the features, instead of just showing that it was going to be an epic game, trying to hype it up instead of push what they were putting in it, and drastic stuff that would have been better put if it was slowly introduced. So let's just take a quick look at that trailer.
Watching grenade! I got your back.
Straight off the bat, you can see that that's a very cinematic trailer compared to the Battlefield 1 trailer. The Battlefield 1 trailer, it's a very more cinematic, focusing on more gameplay than anything else kind of trailer. They're trying to show off a lot more stuff than they did in the Battlefield 1 trailer. That consisted of more action cuts, more just what's going to be in the game and the content of the game, not the features of the game. I think that DICE forgot what a trailer is meant to be used for, to build up hype instead of shoving a bunch of features in the faces of their buyers. The game needs this trailer to build up hype, not to shove a lot of stuff that is completely new in front of a new player. I think, yeah, the way they presented it was a massive mistake, and they could have gone about that very differently. They could have done a lot more just in terms of just showing off the game, not the features of the game. And that's what a trailer is meant to be for, is showing off the game and not the features of the game. And you can tell the reaction from people, because the Battlefield 1 trailer got 2.2 million likes and 44,000 dislikes. Now that's a massive difference in likes to dislikes. And I think the Battlefield 1 trailer went down as being one of the most liked gameplay reveal trailers in YouTube history. Compare that to the Battlefield 5 reveal trailer. This had 337,000 likes and 483,000 dislikes. Now this could be based very similarly on something like the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer, which got massively disliked, and one of the reasons was behind that was the fact that it was a setting which people didn't want, and being in the future, it was completely different, and I think that was something that what the Call of Duty players didn't want. World War II was something that the Battlefield players probably didn't want. Everybody was looking for a modern day shooter. So I think that was one of the mistakes there as well. And how they presented it, they tried to present more everything that's going to be in the game rather than the gameplay, like the game itself. They weren't showing off the game, they were showing off the features. And I think that was a massive mistake. Now I just want to get on to one part where I do feel like they screwed up massively. I've played the Battlefield 5 beta. I think it's a great game. I think it's got a lot of potential, and I think people are misjudging it before they even play the game. I've had a lot of people say that what the mechanics of the game are in comparison to different things, and they haven't even tried the games for themselves, saying the game's going to be this, it's going to be that, when you need to experience it for yourself to actually know what it's going to be like. You can't just throw random things around based off what other people have said. But one of the things I think they screwed up was how they came back at the negative feedback they got. So the head developer or chief design officer at Patrick Sutherland, he came back with a pretty stupid response. So Sutherland basically rejected all the feedback he got, and this is what he said. "We felt like in today's world. I have a 13-year-old daughter that when the trailer came out and she saw all the flack, she asked me, 'Dad, why is this happening?' She plays Fortnite and says I can be a girl in Fortnite. Why are people so upset about this?" She looked at me and she couldn't understand it. And I'm like, okay, as a parent, how the hell am I going to respond to this? And I just said, you know what? You're right. This is not okay. These are people that are uneducated. They don't understand this is a plausible scenario. And listen, this is a game. So I do agree with some of the stuff he said there. It's a game. That's what people need to think about first of all. It's a game. All the people complaining about the game is not realistic. It's got women in it fighting in the war and all this kind of garbage. Like honestly, just stop being so. It's really a petty argument. This game isn't meant to be realistic. If you wanted a realistic game, go play Squad, go play Rise and Storm, go play the games where you die in one shot. Don't play a game where you can jet swap, where you can repair horses, where you can jump out of jets and RPG other jets. You can ride on the back of horses with a flamethrower. Shit that was never realistic but never happened but makes a game fun. And that's where I think people are sort of jumping the gun. As long as EA's even come out and they're saying that they're toning back the customization and stuff because they've seen that it probably might have been a bit too much, but they're still giving us the customization and there are a lot of changes to come. And this is where I think people are sort of jumping the gun a lot because they're assuming stuff without getting the final product. If you want a game to really be realistic, go play another realistic game. Don't be in Battlefield going, oh my gosh, there's women in the game. It's going to ruin the game for everyone. It really isn't. It's a game. The amount of historical accuracy that isn't in previous games regarding the guns, regarding the weapons, regarding how the game plays, there's so much of it, and people are completely ignoring that, and they're attacking Battlefield 5 because of the negative way their feedback has been treated. But I do think the community does have a valid point in terms of how Patrick Sutherland responded to their feedback. He went straight against what they said, completely rejected it, and you never shut down the community. The community is what makes your game. If you shut down your community and you don't listen to your community, you've basically killed off your player base and you're killing a game before it even comes out. And I think that's just a massive mistake on his part. The right way to sort of treat that would have been to sort of go, I understand your complaints, this is what we're doing, we can try and come to a bit of a reasonable outcome for both the community and the game developers. Sort of find a middle ground that you can sort of agree on. Don't just completely shut out what the community wants. And this is what he's done, and this is where I think he's made a massive mistake and has really hurt the development of his game, just by ultimately shutting down what the community wants. So just to quickly add on to this, a couple of things about my feedback from the beta. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Yes, there are a lot of things to improve upon. I'm not going to cover them in this video because I think I've seen Level Cap and all that cover videos already regarding that. I'll link those in the description as well. Level Cap's got some very good videos on that as well regarding the big changes which are coming. And I think his opinion is one to really think about because he's a Battlefielder playing the game for a very long time, understands the mechanics and a lot of the stuff about Battlefield, and yeah, he's just got some very good videos on that, so I'll link that in the description below. But yeah, I just think Battlefield's a good game. The beta was good, it was fun, it was enjoyable, and from my experience coming out of the beta, and my experience regarding all the feedback that they've been getting, negative and all that kind of stuff about the beta and the game in general, I just think people could stop making assumptions about the game before they even try it and before they actually see how the game's going to turn out, because I really think that's going to make a massive difference in the long run. Just wait and see how the game's going to turn out before making assumptions. If the game's shit when it does come out, then that's when you can be like, okay, it's garbage. But until then, I think people just need to really just wait and see. Making assumptions can be bad because it can kill off a really good game before it even comes out. Let me know your opinion down in the comments below. This is a bit of a rant video just talking about some of the shit that's going on with Battlefield, and I think people just need to really think about their arguments and where they're coming from and just enjoy the game. But let me know your comments down below in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know why in the comments so I can improve the next video. Always looking to improving, and your feedback massively helps. But if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, and I'll catch you guys next time.